So the other night I went out and I played baseball for the first time in a long time, a very long time. I didn't realize how long of a time until I was up at the plate holding the bat. And there was a grown man throwing overhand very hard at me. And I quickly did the math in my head, and I realized that as much as I've always loved baseball, and I grew up with baseball, and there's a lot of baseball in my family, that I hadn't even played softball in 16 years. And then I started to think, well, gosh, when did I last swing a bat against somebody throwing overhand and fast? And that was 26 years ago, and it felt like yesterday. And so today I realized, because I've been thinking about this a lot, I went out and played baseball the other night with this group of guys, and I'm still sore. It's been 3 or 4 days, and my entire body hurts. And I've been skateboarding a lot. I grew up, as a kid, I skateboarded a lot in junior high and high school, and I've been doing that a lot again. And I've started taking my son to the comic book store, and I'm reading comic books. And I realized that I'm a grown man in my 40s, and the main things I do are play the guitar, skateboard, play baseball, and read comic books. And I don't know what went wrong or along the way. My wife suggested the other night that I'm going through a midlife crisis, and I thought maybe that's true. I don't know. But I always imagined that meant you bought a Trans Am. That was what people told me when I was a kid, that's what you did. But I think really you just do whatever it was you were. You know, maybe that was told to me when I was a kid because that was in the 70s, and that's what people did is you go buy a Trans Am. Most of you know that lived during the 70s. Everyone owned a Trans Am, right? Yeah. That's just a fact. So I'm wondering if there's any of you out there that are older than I am, maybe you can tell me, does this last for a long time or just until you break something? Is that... Once you break something, then you get it out of your system? Okay. All right, well, that's good to know. Well, then I'm going to play this song that I wrote for my wife, because even though she suggested I'm having a midlife crisis, she's generally very supportive of me. And that being said, she's supportive of my comic book collecting habit and my skateboarding and all of that. So, and she's the one who pushed me to go play baseball and then laughed at me when I was sore. So this is for her. It's a little step in the right direction. Couldn't see it from space. I'm right next to you. Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back. We're on the same track. In the universe, you're a molecule. In my eyes, you're a great big deal. Bigger than the moon. You're the only tune I hear. I've got your back, we're on the same track. And if we're moving, then we're moving together. And if we're standing still, then it's still forever. I'm not a psychic, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know when our ship's gonna be here, or if it never comes in. I would do it all again. I've got your back, we're on the same track. And if a big wave washed it all away, the apocalypse and the judgment day, well, I would testify, looking God in the eye, saying I got her back, we're on whatever you decide to do. I've got your back, we're on the same track. And if we're moving, then we're moving together. And if we're standing still, then it's still forever.